Just wish I was a little brighter, a little dark.
Okay, hold on.
Welcome to Awaken Ascension Radio with Sherilyn Bridget Avalon.
A little intro here. All right.
Not just limited to your body or your material world, your divine mind, divine energy, your consciousness. We are pure love, the vibration of love. And that's where we're connected to the source, which is God, or the energy of God. Everything is made of energy. Exactly. We're all energy. Welcome to our new show, Awaken Within with Sherilyn.
Our special guest today is Marianne Cambridge. Hi, Marianne.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad you can be with us today. We're going to have a great show.
Thank you.
This is our first show in a long time. I used to do this a while back, like 4 or 5 years ago when the Great Awakening started, 2012. What was that? That's like almost 8 years.
That's like
8 years.
8 years ago, yes, 8 years.
So let's tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
My name is Marianne McCambridge, and I'm a psychic medium and a numerologist. I'm also an ordained minister, intuitive. I do Reiki. I have quite a few gifts. When I was about 5 years old, I was in my room one day, and I happened to be playing with a little dollhouse next to my window, and I had gone to school that day, and I came home and I was crying. Someone had called me a bad name. I was born with a lisp, but I had a speech problem when I was a little girl. So I came home. My mother she said, "Don't worry, Marianne. You can go in your room and say a prayer for them. Here's a piece of licorice." And she sent me in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm next to my dollhouse, and all of a sudden I hear behind me, "Hi, Marianne." And I look behind me, and there's a little girl in my room. Now, my mother was a school teacher and a nurse, and my father was an electrician back then. Sometimes we had people at the house. I never thought anything, and I said, "Hi, what's your name?" She said her name was Janet. And actually, I found out later on that she was a person who passed away. She died in a fire, and she was sent from up above to keep me company. And she kind of opened me up, and I started seeing all kinds of things. And I was brought up very Catholic back then. And you don't talk about those things.
Right.
So but the fairies became my friends, angels, all kinds of little things I saw back then. And they weren't always nice things. Sometimes they were bad things. But it was a way of me opening up more to myself. And so when someone called me a name, I just look at them and smile and walk away. So I learned from a little child how to deal with it.
Oh, good.
And I love what I do. And I believe that everybody is intuitive and have gifts and psychic gifts and whatever they want to share with the world.
Right. True that. I agree. So we have Bridget just joined us. And
Hi, Bridget.
so you got to turn her mic back on. Yeah, Bridget joined us. And I told a few people about our little radio show today, and we're gonna talk about again depression, because depression is a big thing among people living in this COVID age, and it happens to a lot of people. So, on top of that, Marianne, you do mediumship, which it means what? What is mediumship?
I have an ability to talk to people who are passed on without going into a seance or anything. They just come through to me.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll use my body to talk to me, and it's not possession.
That's what a
It's
physical medium is, right?
Yeah, so that's what a physical medium is. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
And that's usually what they do. They come through and they talk to me. Sometimes they want to give you a hug. A loved one might have passed and they want to give someone a hug. So by coming through to me, they can actually feel the other person, you know.
Oh, wow.
And they can feel the other, yes.
I'd like to do that.
Well, there's kinds of different mediums. There's mental, there's emotional, there's physical mediums. There's all different kinds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, my aunt just passed away, Aunt Rose, and I was wondering, you know, we have done this before, like when my uncle passed away.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Has he come seen you a couple times?
Yeah. Yes. I feel him.
He said he was there when your aunt died, his sister was passed. He was right there when she passed.
Was he? Oh, good. Good. I always worry about her. She took so long to pass. I mean, not that we wanted her to go, but she was in pain, you know.
She was afraid. She was a little fearful. She didn't know what to expect.
Oh, yeah.
But now she says, "I love it."
Oh,
She
good.
said, "The colors here are pretty."
What?
She said, "The colors over here are really pretty."
Yeah.
Great. Because she didn't pass alone. She passed with her family around.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that to the very end.
Oh, that's awesome. I you know, that's the way to go, right?
Yes.
If you have your family there and not be lonely, and usually the fear should subside, but you know, we come into this world in the unknown, and then you go out into the unknown, so it's kind of hard, you know, to decipher what's going to go on, but we have to accept it. I think acceptance is a big key.
Yes. That's why she hung on. Your aunt, she wasn't ready to go yet. She really wanted to live to be 95. Okay. That's what she just told me.
Yeah, well, she was 90.
She had 5 more years. That's 5 more years ago, but no, body was breaking down.
Yeah. But it was so weird that she went so like a week between, you know, my uncle and her. It was like a week, and or 2 weeks. I don't know. She started going downhill after he left because I think they were really close. Yeah.
That usually happens quite a bit. When family member passes, sometimes they're that close, another one will go right after. You hear husband and wife, sometimes they die an hour apart. That happens as well, too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh, yeah, true. So I just have one question to ask her. I just wanted to get that recipe from my uncle, my great, we lost Bridget. I want to get that recipe from my great-great-grandfather. Oh, she's back. My great-great-grandfather, who was killed by Al Capone. Did they ever find out over there on the other side if that was true? Supposedly he was killed by Al Capone.
there was rumors flying around.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I heard. Rumors are flying around.
Yeah.
Okay, and I heard someone say yes, it is true, but then I heard someone say maybe. So then someone's giving me else a hard time, but I'm getting more like yes, the rumors are true.
Really? So what happened is they had a warehouse, a general store, and then they sold alcohol, right? And my great-great-grandfather made St. Louis rye, and he had the best recipe, and Al Capone wanted it. And when they closed down because of the prohibition, you know, he wouldn't give it to him, and so he got ran down going across a crosswalk, and he it was a yellow car, and back then they only had mostly black cars, and so that's why, they knew it was Al Capone. Al Capone had that yellow one. Crazy, huh? So, so what I'd like to talk to you about is depression. A lot of us have depression these days, and what would your remedy be for depression?
Think positive.
Yes, you are positive.
Most of the time when we're in depression, I've told my clients, because sometimes I call myself also, look, I've had many psychiatrists tell me, aren't you a psychiatrist yourself? You act more like a therapist.
Uh-huh.
So, because I have a lot of insight.
Right.
When you feel yourself, there's always a little test that I tell my clients to do.
Oh.
In the beginning of the morning, if you have an alarm clock on your watch or on your phone or something, put it on maybe to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go about your day. So let's say if you work through the day, that's fine. If you don't work and you're retired, that's fine too. So let's say at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it goes off. The first thing you need to ask yourself, what am I thinking? Am I thinking about 3 weeks ago, I should have done it that way. I know I could have done it this way. Oh, maybe I should have done it this way. Or maybe I could have done it this way. Or are you thinking about what you're going to make for dinner tonight? Oh, I don't know if I want to make that. Make this or about that. Or are you thinking about right now, this moment in time? What am I doing this moment in time? I'm sitting here reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is that you're bringing your thought process. Because if you're thinking about the past, that can be depression. You're thinking about the future, that can be anxiety.
Gotcha.
Especially if you're going over in your mind. And let's say dinner is not until 6 hours away. Why are you thinking about it already? You already put it down. Why are you thinking about it? So what you do by putting your alarm on, it brings you back to the present moment.
Mm.
And then when you look around at the present moment, oh, I'm reading a book and I really like this book. I'm very thankful. All of a sudden, you took your mind off whatever was depressing you, and you change your perspective.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So once you change your perspective, everything changes. You'll notice your awareness and everything changes.
Gotcha. Really nice. I like that. That.
And I've had several clients try it, and it does work because I even tried it. Okay. Another way too is try to. If you're in a depressed mode and you're doing too much, sometimes it could be overwhelming. So ask yourself, am I overwhelmed or am I depressed? Or am I having anxiety?
Right.
So there's different ways that you can handle that, yes.
Yes.
And without taking drugs.
Yeah.
Some people think, oh, I'm depressed, I'm going to go to the doctor and get, a pill. You can handle depression without it. Unless you have suicide thoughts, then I expect everyone to. If you're thinking about suicide, then you need to go see a therapist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually take pills for anxiety right now.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I said I take pills for anxiety. Like it's really.
Okay. That's good.
It was recommended by it happened after I was diagnosed with cancer. I just finished my chemo not too long ago. So I don't know if it was the cancer that I was dealing with that started giving me like anxiety, because I'm like, some people die from cancer. I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. So I used to freak out. I'm like, gosh, what if I die? What happens to my kids?
Right.
So my doctor prescribed depression medications for me. I mean, I don't like taking the meds because you know how they make you feel. I want to be aware of what's going on around me. So I try not to take them if I don't need them.
Yes.
But I have them. And again, like she was saying, when you're depressed, think positive. It's really, really hard. Like I checked my bank account this morning, man. Money that I wanted wasn't there. I'm trying to start a business. Like even the smallest thing, like sell t-shirts. So I don't even have the money to go buy the stuff because by the time I finish paying rent, I have nothing left over. So it's sad. Like, but I try not to. I know what I want to be, but when things constantly don't work out the way I want to, I just get so sad and, dejected. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like now.
So,
Yeah,
a lot of times I feel we've talked before about that there's a block like from your higher, your chakras. Because I think, the chakras have a lot to do with your life too,
Yes.
So, Marianne, do you see anything like a blockage or some?
I was going to say I can admit there could be a blockage in her, yes, in one of her chakras. I would suggest getting some healing, all right, and get your chakras imbalanced, all right. Sometimes that can block it. Also, it turns on, Bridget, you try too hard. Stop trying so hard. Yes.
I said that too.
Let me tell you something. The difference.
I know. I overwhelm myself with so much thoughts. Like, I want to get this done now. So I get so agitated and uptight, like,
But you need to stop, catch yourself at it. Take a deep breath at the time it's happening. Look around where your surroundings are. Where am I? Where am I? Am I at home? Am I in my car? Where am I? And just stop for a second. Breathe, and get your bearings back. And then all of a sudden you might forget that. What was I thinking about?
Right?
And that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay. So it's all about programming. It's like how we program a computer. We can program our brain and our mind as well. We just have to leave space in our mind to create new space, to create positive space, positive feelings, positive things. So when you find yourself racing and you're getting those doubts, and some people even I used to get nervous stomach, okay? Then stop right then and there. This is going to stop it. I'm going to stop this now. Focus on your breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretend relax. Because most of the time when we're doing that, we're having racing thoughts, and we're also having body. Like we could be having a panic attack or an anxiety attack and not realizing our heart's racing at the same time. So we need to relax. It takes time. I've done it many times over and over, but I've cured myself of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just this morning before I was going on, I had a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
And sat down and relaxed and centered myself and breathed, and I was okay. So.
Right. So, Bridget, you're gonna call me. We'll make an appointment and come in for a chakra balancing and a Reiki. We'll do a Reiki session. But also, I'm doing them, online, which is through Zoom, and we did one the other day, but we really didn't get to get into the Reiki too much. It was more of a kind of a lesson, so we need to reschedule that. Okay. Yes. Now there was this thing that was brought to my attention about 7 steps to activate your most abundant life now, and we all need abundance, right? So I'd like to read the 7 steps. You guys want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1, be grateful. Always be grateful. First thing in the morning, be grateful that you woke up, right? Number 2, get into the present moment, like you were talking about, Marianne. Mm-hmm. Be in the present. And think of it like a vortex, of energy, and you just want to get right in there and stay in that vortex, so you're staying in the present. Okay. Number 3, start to see the abundance that is already around you. So, you look at things and say, well, I'm grateful for that. Thank you. I'm very lucky I have that. I've got this, and I've got the universe. So just look around you and see what you can be thankful for. Okay. Number 4, change your relationship with money. That's a good one. So money is, no person, place, or thing is my supply. God is my supply. So money is not the supply, right? The supply is doing what you love, and then the money will come. Do a service, help others, figure out follow your bliss. And, our plan is not always God's plan, like they say. And there's obstacles. We always have obstacles that we have to look at. And you want to look at both sides. You want to look at the good and the bad of the obstacle. And then you get in the middle, and then you can figure it out. That's what they told me. So you want to change your relationship with money. And because you don't really, because some people say money is the root of all evil, too. People say that. But it's how you think about money is the root of the evil, not that money is the root of all evil.
Right.
Okay. Surround yourself with epic people. People, who you like to be around, positive people like Marianne, Bridget. You want to surround yourself with positive people. Okay. And people who are in your what you want to do in your career, like artists. You want to be around artists, more artists or writers. So you want to find people that can help you, and you can help them, because we all help each other, Be mindful of your language, your self-talk. That's a very important one, because we say things and then our subconscious mind picks up on it and it creates it. That's how it works, right? So when your subconscious mind is like a 6-year-old spoiled brat. That's what they told me. A little 6-year-old spoiled brat. It'll do whatever you say. So you have to be mindful of what you say. Okay. Do things, number 7, do things that make you feel high-vibed and supported. And that's, I also find very important. People will try to say, do this, do that, but if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Because that's not going to create your most abundant life. And that's what we're trying to do now. In 5D, we're going, into the new earth and the 5th dimension and all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world. I mean,
I know a lot of stuff going on.
Right?
You have to really do your research and really listen to your intuition, because some of this stuff is not true.
Yeah.
Some of it is true, but some of it's not true. If it sounds too good to be true, it might be true. That's the thing. It's just a lot. It's like Twilight Zone. I'm calling it the Twilight Zone. And that's what we are. We are in the Twilight Zone right now.
It sure does feel like that. Yeah.
World. And some of it we don't even aware of. But the best thing for us to do, we are feeling, especially if you're an empath. You can feel people. And Bridget, have you ever, I want to ask you something, Bridget. Have you ever left the house in a good mood, went to the store, come home and you're in a bad mood? Has that ever happened to you?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Okay, what you did when you came home in a bad mood, it wasn't because of you. It's probably because you picked up somebody else's energy.
Are you serious? I
Yes.
never thought of.
Yes.
I could just wake up happy in a good mood, then all of a sudden I'll just be like, what happened?
Because sometimes we have to, that's why I always tell everybody to put yourself in a white light or protection or buy a hematite or things like that. Because let's say you left the store, you were left home, great mood, you're in the store, and you get everything you want, you're online, and all of a sudden the person in line, you can't help it, but you're listening, they're having a conversation on their phone, and they're in a bad mood. So all of a sudden you leave the store and you're in a bad mood. See? Yeah. That's why I'm saying that you could have picked up that person's energy.
Oh, wow.
It really didn't come from your thinking.
I never thought that.
So when that happens again, because if you suffer from depression, you want to make sure you're not an empath. And an empath is a person who feels everything.
Yeah, I think she is.
I think you can find out that, Cheryl. You can find out by working with her if she is an empath. And if she is, okay, an empath is fine. You just have to work on protecting your energy, protecting yourself.
Yeah. Because
sometimes you can pick up negative stuff, and it can make you depressed, and you don't know why you were depressed.
Yeah. True. We got a little feedback, so I had to mute Bridget's phone there for a second. Now we gotta unmute it. Sorry. Why is it doing this? Okay, go. You guys try to unmute your phone again. Sorry about that. We had some feedback. There you go. Okay. See, we still have it. Marianne, you got okay. There you go. I don't. What? Say it again.
I put my laptop, the sound down.
Well, we got really bad feedback, so whatever you did, you guys. There, that's better. Okay. It's a little bad. Okay, so I just got a text, and Sarah wants me to ask about fertility and reproductive health. Marianne, do you see anything with Sarah about fertility?
She's trying to have a baby?
Yeah.
Spirit is telling me to tell her to stop trying too hard.
She's trying to.
Sometimes you can put a lot of stress on your body by trying to have that baby.
Okay.
Tell her to, if she's listening in, to relax. Try, to not take it so hard, okay? And just relax. Find ways to de-stress.
De-stress. Okay. Well, her husband and her are in Germany, and they're, on foreign soil, and they.
If she's been to the doctor and everything's okay, she's trying too hard.
She's trying too hard.
Yes. If she's religious or spiritual in any way, she can go ahead and try this.
Okay.
I was a change of life baby. So my mother couldn't get pregnant after she had my last brother. So she prayed to the Virgin Mary.
All right. Wow.
Okay. And she did no drugs, nothing. Had me at 46. My father was 52. Wow. So, tell her to maybe have a prayer to say the Hail Mary a couple of times. Okay, to say a prayer to the Virgin Mary, the Virgin Mother, I would like a baby. Help me get a baby, or help me, and to be a little religious. And I had another lady did that in California, and actually she couldn't have a problem trying to get pregnant. She had cysts on her ovary, and actually did finally got pregnant. She had So it helped her a lot.
You say, Hail Mary, Mother of God, the Lord is with me. Blessed art thou amongst women. Right. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for our sinners now at the hour of death. Amen. It's a Catholic prayer. Okay? If she wants to say it. If she doesn't, then she can find another prayer, or she can just meditate on the Virgin Mary and ask her for some help. Yeah,
just having her picture in the room, right?
That would be good too. A statue of her too. Yes. Yeah.
So I have a picture of the Virgin Mary.
Okay.
See, I always like having her with me.
Yes.
Yeah. So well, we're gonna have to cut it short here, guys, because I'm running out of time. It says I have to upgrade. Oh no. Anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We can always meet again.
Yes, we can always meet again. Yeah, this is the first one, and we will have a lot more and learn more things. But I think we got a lot out today and learned how people feel and about abundance and just about life, and that's what it's all about. Helping each other and hoping that we learn that we're all one. So thank you, Marianne, for being with Bridget. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And I will see you.
Too.
See you next time. Namaste.
Is it okay if I can text you and ask you a few questions, though, Cheryl? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, and Marianne, you want to give us your email and your
Yes.
and your website.
Okay, yes, if you would like a reading, or my phone number is 702.
Let me get that now. Okay, 702
493 3001.
3001. Okay.
And by the way, I just want you to know, I don't know, do you have a grandmother or a grandmother that passed?
Me? Yes.
She's sitting right there on the couch next to you.
Are you serious?
No, she says, please. She says, I know you don't know I'm here, but I'm here.
Oh.
You should think about her, and she's going to try to send you a hug or
my
try to send you
goodness.
something. In a couple hours. You know what you can do is stand there and put your arms out wide and say, Nana. She told me Nana or Nana or something they called her. Or Grandma or Grandma or something like that.
Nana, actually.
Oh.
So she says for me to tell you to send her a hug, and she's going to send you right back.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
So my number again, I'm sorry, is 702
Okay.
493
493.
3001.
Okay, I wrote it down. Thank you.
And what's your website?
My website is www.Marianne. Okay, so it's MARYANN, McCambridge. It's no dots or nothing like that. It's just all one. So it's MCCANBRIDGE.com. You can go on there and find out a lot about me. But the best way to get a hold of me is text me for an appointment if you like. I also do private parties. I've traveled out of town. I used to work on the Strip. And I do have clients all over the place. And I have specials right now. So give me a call and I'll give you a special reading for a special price.
Awesome. And anybody else who's listening. and then my website is ascensions.us, and you could check out my website. And also I'm an author for Place 33, Secrets of Universal Truths Revealed Through Hypnotic Channeling, and this new book, How to Give Yourself a Chakra Selfie. Well, it's not coming through there. It's backwards. Anyway, go on there and check it out. And thank you guys. We'll see you later.
I appreciate this.
Okay, take care. It's nice, and namaste.
Namaste.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to Awaken Ascension Radio with Sherilyn Bridget Avalon.